I'm Anil Kumar, and in this set of videos we will see how to evaluate logarithms when we have radical numbers involved. So to give you an example, you need to find what is log to the base 5 of 5 to the power of minus 3 over 2. So that is the radical root, right? So what is the solution for this? Based on this, I could have written this equation also as log to the base, let us say 7 of uh, 7 to the power of cube, and here fifth root. Now what is the solution for this kind of a question, right? So likewise, I could have few questions where the radicals are involved, and I could also have questions like log the base is radical itself, and I want to know what should be the value of log to the base of square root 2 of 4 equals to, correct? And likewise, I can add few more questions to you. And in this case, in this series, let me add a question like log to the base 4 of cube root of 32. So here in this video, we'll try to answer these kinds of questions. So let's begin with the very first one, which is log to the base 5. And here we have 5 to the power of minus 3 over 2. That is relatively straightforward. Applying the laws, we know it should be minus 3 over 2. So what we get is minus 3 over 2. So you get the idea. The idea is we have to write this number with exponent and same base. So if you have the same base, exponent is your answer, right? So here we know 7 could be written as 3 over 5, right? So this answer is 3 over 5. So you can read the solutions in such cases, correct? Now in this series, if I don't give you something which is so obvious, if I give you something like log to the base 5 of, let's say, cube root of 625. Now how are you going to solve this? In such case, we have to write 625 as 5 to the power of something. At times you can use calculator. We know 25 square is 625. So 5 to the power of 4 is 625. Anyway, let us check. 5 to the power of 4 is how much? 625. That is correct. So for this equation, we can write this as log to the base 5 of, we have cube root, right? So I'm writing cube root here, and 625 as 5 to the power of 4. You get the idea. So when you multiply these exponents, you get your answer as 4 over 3. So that is how you can find solution of this question. Okay? So that is the idea which we are trying to explore here. Now this is your practice question. So what I will do here is I will write number which is not directly related. For example, I can write 9 here, and I say fifth root of 27. Now you know that 27 could be written as 3 cube, and 3 can be written as square root of 9. That could help you to solve this question. So that is your question to do. So what you know here is, let me write down so that you get a help, and that is that square 3 square equals to 9 and 3 cube equals to 27. That should help you, right? So I hope you got the idea. You can pause the question, your video, and answer. Let me do it for you. So what we get here is log to the base 9 and 27 I am writing as 3 cube first. So this is my bracket, fifth power, that means 1 over 5. 27 is 3 to the power of 3. Now 3 is written as square root of 9, correct? 3 is square root of 9. I know 3 is equals to 9 to the power of half. So I need the same base. So I'll write this as log to the base 9, and 3 I will write to the power of half, and here I have 3 over 5. Do you get the point, right? So when you multiply this, you get 3 over 10 as your answer. I mean, this is 9, sorry. This is 9. 9 square root is 3, right? So we get 3 over 10 as our answer. So that is how you can perform the operation in chain and get your solution. I hope you got the trick. So let's continue with similar questions with some twist. This time I have square root 2 as the base of logarithm. That means I have to write 4 as square root 2 to the power of something. So we have log to the base of square root 2, and I want square root 2 to the power of something. That should give me 4, correct? What is that number? So that is what you have to figure out. Now, if I do square, you get 2, right? So square of square could give us 4. So that is what you could think. So let's think about it. So what you could do is, 2 square is equals to 4, correct? And square root 2 square is 2, right? So that means square of square, correct? So that means square root 2 to the power of 4 should be 4 for me. Okay, let us check. So we have square root 2, and we will do power of 4 and then calculate how much it is 4. So that is correct. So we can write this as log to the base square root of 2, and then we can write square root 2 to the power of 4. So the answer here is 4. Do you get the idea? Correct? So as a practice, let us do this question. These are very tricky questions. Now we could write this as log to the base 4, and what we have 32. 2 to the power of 5 is 32, right? 2 to the power of 5, you can use the calculator, and then 1 over 3. This is that cube root. Now 2 could be written as 4 to the power of half, right? So I could write this as log to the base 4. 2, instead of 2, I need base of 4. 4 to the power of half. Do you get it? And it was 5. So let me just take 5 outside. 5 over 3. Do you see how I'm using these exponents? Now we'll multiply, and 5 over 6 is my answer. 5 over 6 is my answer. So that is how we can actually evaluate these logarithms. I'd like you to go through these sets of videos, the set number 1 and 2, and understand how to evaluate logarithms in the given circumstances. Thank you, and all the best.